Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 21 of this 30-day Living an Authentic Life Challenge. Today, we're going to have a conversation about pride because prideful people often think that they are better than others and they demand unreasonable things to make them happy. They have no consideration about how their demands affect others. They just want what they want when they want it. So, how do you deal with unreasonable, prideful people? First, lead by example. When you take others into consideration, even if they never admit it, prideful people see what you're doing, and others around you can encourage them to sort of mimic a similar behavior. Next, don't let their bad behavior cause you to do otherwise. I understand wanting what you want when you want it. We all have that element in us, but you don't have to be unreasonable with your demands when you want something. That is a characteristic flaw, and prideful people don't see it as a flaw. So you've got to be patient through the process, but don't let it affect you. Now, here's the next thing: humble yourself so that you don't get caught up in confidence. Because some individuals that are prideful, they are overconfident in their skills, their abilities, or their thoughts about how they can manage and function in the world. As a result, they don't think that how they function and how they're behaving is something fundamentally wrong with it. Pride causes you to lose sight of that. But prayer, well, prayer will help you be humble. Now, speaking about prayer, ask God to give you wisdom on how to deal with pride. Prayer is more effective than panic. And if you have a supervisor that's asking you to do unreasonable things, having a deadline that you know you can't truly meet, and it's going to affect how you can really function on that job, it can cause you to panic. Don't panic. When you pray, here's the last thing: prayer will help you walk boldly in faith because it confirms that God is going with you through the storm. Just knowing that heaven is intervening on your behalf can give you the confidence that you need to not be prideful in that moment, to live and walk in an example that others can see along the way. That is one of the, well, these steps, several things that I've shared. It's one of the most effective ways that you can deal with pride. Leading by example. Don't getting cocky with it, and don't letting their bad behavior cause you issues. Humble yourself. Ask God for wisdom and then walk boldly in it. Because here's something else that we don't pay attention at often gets us edging into that prideful moment: being offended. Mhm. Somebody, somewhere, somehow offended you, and if you have not yet been offended, it's coming. So be careful. Because being offended is the one emotion that can cause pride to ride up in you because you feel justified in your response. How you talk about them, how you deal with them, how you operate in any capacity as far as that individual that offended you is concerned. But here's the thing about an offense: an offense is a small act that's sort of like a paper cut. I know some of you that have felt a paper cut. It is so razor thin, but it hurts so bad. That, that is how an offense is. It is so thin, but because it hurts so bad, you talk about it with everybody, you function in different capacities, and for some people, major big babies with it. I get that it hurts, trust me. But you want everybody on the planet to know how painful it is. That at some point will cause you to want to sit in that. And it is there that pride will begin to fester. It is there that pride will start coming in the manner of dealing with you. Then one day, you will become that individual that's unreasonable with your request. Don't let pride do that to you. Because here's the thing: one day, God will have you check yourself. I remember when God asked me to humble me for my prideful moment because of my offense, asked me to go check on this person that offended me. What? Y'all, the last thing you want to do is check on somebody that has hurt you. The pain that was caused, and now I got to check on them. That genuine check on, that first moment of checking on them was not genuine. Mm-mm. I just did it because I felt like that's what God said, and I did not want, because at that point, I had gone through enough spiritual spankings not to want heaven to continue to deal with me. So I did what I felt God was asking of me. But in that process, y'all, it hurt. But that small step of asking them how they were doing opened up the doorway to help me actually be genuine in it. Being obedient to the small things will help remove the pride from your heart. Because if you don't, that offense will linger. And when it lingers, it will grow. And when it grows, pride will cause you to make unreasonable demands. So today's conversation, y'all, Pride Day 21. We are going to talk a little bit more about it. And as I've shared with you before, if you've been watching, this is just a snippet. Continue the conversation with me. Join me right here on StreamYard. You can go to my website, TanyaEHood.com. There you can click and quickly register because this will be shut down at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's intentional, making these 30-day challenge topics quick. And you can go as deep as you want, as much as you desire. But I encourage you to join me with the rest of the individuals that are here so that we can continue the conversation. Because this is one area that some people really don't know how to walk through. And we're going to walk through that next. In the meantime, this is Tanya E. Hood, walking in my purpose. And I want you to do the same. See you shortly.